My God.
Who's living life to his own kind of rhythm? It's Uncle Buck. Who's going crazy, taking everybody with him? It's Uncle Buck. He was born to be loud, like a screaming Wrigley crowd. He's the one the neighbors call you up complaining about. Who's flying high, styling a whole lot of luck? It's Uncle Buck. Who's sliding by and driving a whole lot of shuck? It's Uncle Buck. He's a walking New Year's Eve who wears his heart out on his sleeve. If he didn't make you smile so much, you ask him to leave. He's Uncle Buck. Oh, he's Uncle Buck.
So this is a paid request for Andrew Chilton. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, a ranking, a list, an article, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And man, so Uncle Buck, great movie, starring John Candy, directed by John Hughes, starring not just John Candy, but he had a very young Macaulay Culkin. And like a lot of movies, they figured since the film was a hit, let's go make a TV show. And people, they may not realize just how many films got TV shows. I mean, there was a TV show, A Working Girl, that film with Harrison Ford and Melanie Griffith. There was a short-lived TV show of that. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Gun Ho, that film with Michael Keaton. There was a TV show of that with Scott Bakula that lasted not that long. And Blue Thunder. Good movie with Roy Scheider, so they tried to do a TV show with Dana Carvey and Bubba Smith and Dick Butkus. Also tried to capitalize on Airwolf. Like, there's a lot. And still went on. I mean, hell, you had the Lethal Weapon TV show that lasted, what, 2 or 3 seasons? Rush Hour, there was a TV show of that did not last a season. And Uncle Butt, not just, there was a Weird Science TV show, there was a Bill and Ted cartoon and live action show. It just goes on and on. I'm surprised there was not a Breakfast Club TV show. I am surprised. And there were 2 Uncle Butt TV shows. There's this one that came out around 1990. And then in 2016? Yeah, there was a Mike Epps show that lasted 8 episodes. So technically this was more successful because there's like 22 and they aired, I don't know, 16, 17 of them. So there was like 16, 17 episodes aired out of 22, and then the others just never got aired. It was from September 1990 to March 1991. It was on CBS. And Kevin Meaney plays the John Candy character of Uncle Buck, and he's taking care of these kids, 2 nieces, one who's much older and teenager, one's a little girl, and then a nephew who's a little boy. These 3 he takes care of all the time because the parents are dead. What a great way to start a sitcom. Yeah, these parents are dead. They got a toe tag. They're in the morgue. They're saying hi to the angels. It's Uncle Buck. It's Uncle Buck. And Kevin Meaney, I know he's passed away. May he rest in peace. Nothing against the guy. But you cannot replicate John Candy. It was never... He, like, tries to be John Candy, but just doesn't work at all. And the show is just not funny. It follows the typical tired, cliche, lame jokes of sitcoms. There's no ingenuity, there's no creativity, there's no fun to be had in this. Either it tries to redo scenes from the first Uncle Buck, and they fail. Like, remember in Uncle Buck, you had the woman where Uncle Buck would fight against in school, but the thing within the movie, they had like the big mole and talk about how, take a rat and gnaw that thing off your face and this and that. Well, here is not as mean. It's still him arguing with this woman at school with no mole though. It's much more tame. It's like, oh, the girl called the lady a sack, and it's not Mrs., it's Ms. And he goes, oh, what a shocker, with the laugh track in tow. And again, Kevin Meaney just, even from the opening, he tries to, the opening tries to do the big pancake again. He has this look like, it's Uncle Buck. I don't know what the hell look he's giving, like, it's Uncle Buck. I don't know. I mean, your pilot starts off with, it's so awful that someone said sucks. You can't say sucks. That's such an awful thing to say, that something sucks. And the jokes are like, does anyone ever mention you're crude? Oh, almost everyone. And then he squirts some mustard in his mouth. Or he goes to school because there's some trouble and he's got to get rid of the cigar, so he puts it in the fish tank and the fish eats the cigar and burps. Or whatever the hell. And the boy had a bully, and Uncle Buck says you gotta take care of it. Come to find out later that the bully was a girl, and the kid's like, something to the effect of, well, she was picking on me, and then when I hit her, she kissed me, so she likes me? Oh, I'd like to give her another black eye. Does that mean I like her? And I'm sitting there going, so what, we're creating like a domestic abuse of kids? Like they love each other, but they hit each other? Great. Create a future Amber Heard. That's fantastic. And the older lady wants to go on a date. She had a fake ID, and Uncle Buck got mad about that. And the end of the episode is the aunt, or is the aunt or the grandma? She's going to take the kids away, and then the kids say, no, we like Uncle Buck. And the kids talk about how Uncle Buck said nice things to help them get over their mom and dad's death. Well, they're not gone. Just like, a caterpillar isn't gone just because it turned to a butterfly. And as the years come and go, you just realize just how awful sitcoms were back in the day. For some, they always do. But for many of us, like, sitcoms, you know what, that's not even fair. There are sitcoms I still enjoy. I can still enjoy Elf. I can still enjoy Home Improvement. There are sitcoms I still can enjoy. Even, God, now I'm trying to think. Been a while since I've seen them. I mean, Full House, I'd probably say is more, the older episodes more cute than funny. Plus, rest in peace, Bob Saget. But, I mean, there's a reason why this did not last long. Again, no one wanted a TV show of Uncle Buck. Especially when you're not going to have John Candy. John Hughes didn't want to get made. But they're like, no, we don't do it. Because if anything's ahead, let's try to make a TV show. And it's like, how many times has that been successful? Just because MASH back in the day was successful, because MASH was a movie, a hit movie, and then they made a, you could say, even more successful TV show. Suicide is painless. Because that's what the song is. That's the theme of MASH. So they figure, with success of shows like MASH, they're hoping to find that success again. And there were other shows as well, but that's the one that came to mind at first. I mean, fun. I mean, there was for a short time, a show of The Net, based on the movie The Net. There was a show on Minority Report. Yeah, Minority Report. There was a TV show on... God, now I'm trying to... I'm not talking about cartoons, but I mean... There was a Conan show for... I think it was a Beastmaster show. Or am I thinking of... Maybe I'm thinking of Conan. I can't remember there was a Beast... I'm saying there's a lot of fucking TV shows based on movies. The other episode I saw was 12 Fever, where Uncle Buck wins the opportunity to be a broadcaster, but during it, he witnesses them breaking a rule where a batter went out of turn. That batter hit a home run and people were celebrating, but Uncle Buck keeps saying, but wait a minute, he was out of turn, that he wasn't up yet. And because someone heard him, they took away the home run, and now the whole town hates Uncle Buck. So the joke is that from time to time you hear noise outside of stuff breaking or crowd yelling and screaming and all that. Again, it's a sitcom, so the cheap way to do is just have it being sound effects and noise, not that we can see it. And the jokes are, Uncle Buck says to one of the kids, oh, you don't make a wonderful ex-wife. And pretty much he gets on TV again and he says, listen, I'm not going to apologize. And people don't like that, you can go pound sand. And you know, if I apologize, I would be saying I did something wrong, but I didn't. And the kid, even though he'll be embarrassed at school, he still likes his uncle, and they kind of go on from there. So, that's Uncle Buck. The TV show, I know later on the show, Art Carney is on it from The Honeymooners. It's like one of the last things he... It's not the last thing, because he did Last Action Hero. He had a big part in that movie, but... Might have been one of the last TV things he did. But yeah, there's a reason why this show didn't last. Because the jokes were not funny. It wasn't clever. At times, either try to be the first film, or just make you want to rewatch the film. And like I said, Kevin Meaney, there's just no way you could replace John Candy. It'd be like making a Tommy Boy TV show and having someone try to replace Chris Farley. And David Spade is like, you're not. Or like when they did that pilot for Clerks, the TV show. I think like Jim Brewer was Randall. And I'm like, this sucks. Oh, so many times just leave stuff alone, and it's such a waste of money. But man, there's a lot of those shows out there where there's shows that only lasted one season or 3 episodes or 5 episodes. And sometimes you'd be surprised with the people that are in them. I mean, Michael Keaton he was in a couple TV shows back in the day, especially that did not last long. And I just Scott Bakula again with Gun Ho and others before he got Quantum Leap. There's some with Matthew Perry. There's some with Whoopi Goldberg. There's a lot of those shows out there, and they are fascinating because they go disappear through the cracks, and most of the time, like there were shows that only lasted a little bit, and they were rather good. I mentioned Daybreak, which is actually uploaded on YouTube for those who want to watch it. It is on YouTube. But Daybreak with Taye Diggs, which is take a cop show and Groundhog Day and put it together with a little bit of the 24 style, not in terms of editing, but in terms of energy. But yeah, Daybreak with Taye Diggs. I thought that was a good show, and that only lasted one season. And thankfully there's a DVD, and I'm looking at it right now. I could try to pull it out if it doesn't fall on me. Come on. Sorry, I gotta do this so that it doesn't fall. I need to fix this damn thing. But this is what I was getting at. And this is a show that only lasted a year. Again, as far as I know, it's on TV. It's on YouTube, and it has Taye Diggs, Adam Baldwin. You got Mitch Pileggi from X-Files and Shocker. He's in it. Got it for a whopping $3, which was a good deal. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty good show. And it does have an ending to it, so if you worry about cliffhangers, it does not have a cliffhanger. Now the ending's a bit rushed, as you tell they had to finesse some things because of the shortened time they had. They were hoping for more seasons, of course, but like this is one I thought was pretty good and only lasted a year. Martial Law lasted 2 years, which is a lot less than other shows, and I thought that was Sammo Hung was really good. Grade the Bunny lasted 1 year. I thought that was a pretty decent show. I liked Grade the Bunny. Jamie Kennedy Experiment lasted only 3 seasons, and I thought that was a good show. I thought that could have lasted longer. People a lot of times mention Firefly and Freaks and Deets and other shows of that nature. But then there's shows like this, you know, there's a reason why this didn't last long. Because it sucks. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.